who was the first person to get the answer. So it was Zuko. Zuko and Tendo. So the first thing you do, it doesn't matter which repo it is, right? You won't always fork a repo. You won't always clone a repo. But let's just say you do. The first thing you do is go to the README. Now, next question. Why do we go to a README whenever we get any project? This goes to your project. This goes to your assessment for tomorrow. It goes to your other projects that you might have, but it also goes to any project that you work on in any of your career, like any. Now, question, why do we go to a README? Baseka says it has all the info about the code or what is required. Philo says, so we know what is required. Ash says instructions. Domingo says for the to do. Wandila says to understand what you should program. Jade says README provides info instructions of the project. To check instructions, to understand what's required of the project. Yes, right. Not all projects are the same. Not all repos will be the same. So in order to understand how to execute a certain program or how to deploy whatever that needs to happen with a specific project that is in a specific repo, you will find all that detail in the README. READMEs tend to have all the context that you need, how to navigate through the repo, because sometimes some repos are complex, right? With the architecture and everything just looks all over the place. But then the moment you read the README, you will understand why certain things are the way they are. And it will show you how to navigate the repo so that you can go where you need to, so that you don't start from scratch learning everything that you don't need to. You will literally just go to where you're needed, right? So you'll be provided a link. The link will take you to the repo. First thing you do that whole forking process, but then make sure that before you even start with the assessment, read the README, right? And repeat, read the README. The README will host everything from how the project will be scored, how to run your tests, and how to and all the questions, right? All the questions pertaining to the assessment will be in the repo, including the link to the form, right? Including the link to the form. You will find everything in or on the README. I don't know what English says. Is it in or on? But either way, it will be right there in the README, right? Please read, read, right? I'm emphasizing this because I emphasized it in a previous chat that I had similar to this, but then people still made the same mistakes where one, they don't read, and the consequence was they missed the link to the form, for example. The other one is that they missed how to run the tests, right? But then the instructions are literally in the README. Some missed some of the questions, but then the questions are in the README. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Right? You can answer the questions in any order. You can start with the form, answer it, and then move on to the coding based questions. Um, but then essentially everything will be in the README, right? But other than that, I think that's for the most part, I've covered everything that I need to cover in this session that we're having here. Also, my laptop is low and it'll probably switch off anytime. Do you guys have any questions, any concerns for now? Your concerns, let your concerns be something that you guys can control. What are your concerns? Any questions? If you need clarity on anything, please ask right now. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow. How do we get our results for the assessment? You will get your results. For now, don't focus on that. Focus on doing your best in the assessment. WTC says no tips. I gave you all the tips. You were just not paying attention. Mudiyeche says, please rate the difficulty of the test from 1 to 10. It's a 10. Baseka says, how are the marks given? You don't need to focus on that. Please focus on doing your best. Everything you will find in the README, you will get it tomorrow. Mulemi is saying how the marks calculated if the assessment is coding and answering questions. You will see tomorrow, right? You will see it tomorrow. Zuko is confused as hell. I don't know why. WTC 14 says, will there be a rewrite? No, there will not be a rewrite. Atlanta says, ha, 10. Yeah. Difficulty is subjective, right? To me, it may be a 10. To Zuko, it may be a 5. Difficulty is subjective. Tulani says, Sifila Muslana, you'll be just fine. Focus on doing your best. I will say this. Who just asked right now? I don't know. This WTC person says, I did not give any tips. I literally gave you all the tips. And with everything that I mentioned in here, please make sure that you solidify all those basic concepts I spoke about. Doctor says, I hope you understand it is our first test, right? And we are new to this. You may be new to this, but then we want you to keep to a certain standard. Maybe you don't do well in your next assessment, but then in the next time you will do well. We need you to elevate to our standard. Aluda Continua, yes. Baseka says the marks tips will be great to know. Why are the marks so important? I just want to understand why are the marks so important. I'm waiting for an answer there as to why the marks are important. Okay, cool. So just let me put you at ease because, all right, because I'm a nice person. But then I don't want you to get used to this, right? I need you guys to just go in there, be problem solvers. Within code is a different sort of schooling. Please do not focus on marks. Please focus on you being competent, and that's essentially what we need, right? In terms of the scoring, literally you have a certain number of tests that you need to pass. So whatever number of tests that you pass out of the total number of tests, that will be your mark for the coding section. And then for the form, it will have its own number of questions, and then we take the average from both. Is it true that you have dismissed people in second year? Yes, it's true. We dismiss people even in first semester. Cool. I guess that's about it then. Right. If everything is good, if everyone is good, if everything was clear, if there are no questions anymore, all the best for tomorrow. Do your best. Oh, one last thing, one last note. Sorry, before I forget. Syntax errors in your code are unforgivable. So if you submit any code at the end that has syntax errors that you did not fix, things that we expect from you, but then the syntax automatic zero. And then one last note is that don't forget to push your work at the end, right? Do not forget to push your work, right? Let me ask a question. How do you push work? Can you just spam the chat? I just want to see, how do you push work? Just git push, git status. Mm, mm, okay. So that git add, git commit, git push. All right. So Refilo detailed it quite nicely there. And Remington as well. Right. Please don't forget to push and do not forget to submit your form. All good. Thank you very much for coming to the session. All the best for tomorrow. We'll meet in the next session, quite similar to this, where we'll reflect on the first one. But other than that, go do your thing. Sharp, sharp.
Yes, let's see who's going to be the last will stay lead. Who are this? Get out. Quindi sì, fa che se vuole, figurati a lei. Quindi, se vuole che lo posso fare, la voglio fare, he doesn't care for grades. And she knows. Perché se piccolo fa un culto, poi non mai. Poi, get out, get out now. No, I think get out. That is missing from. No, it's the meeting we were in. Huh? The same meeting, the same one we were in now. The one we were in now. I just because them out. I just want to see. I want to be the last one. So